One thing I'd like to talk about today is that last year, one of the best things that happened to me is this. I got my RPL logbook, not logbook, license. So, in Kenya there is regulations, and piloting is not an easy thing, by the way. When, I've been flying a drone for many, many years illegally. In Kenya, you can fly drone for as long as you are not going to fall in the wrong hands of the law, because you're already committing a crime if you don't have this. I actually thought it would be something like an ID card, but it's actually, you have two of them. This is the student one, and then this is the actual RPL from KCAA. It's better late than never. We're in 2026 already, and I would like to tell you two things that happened to me last year that I'm very, very much grateful and happy and proud that actually happened to me. They symbolize growth. They're actually three, but one of them is connected. The first one is me actually acquiring this. Is an RPL license. For those who don't understand what an RPL is, this is the legal document that allows me to pilot drones legally in Kenya. And actually, all over the world, I can be able to pilot that drone, because for many years, I've been flying drones outside Kenya without this. Some countries have regulations, some don't have regulations. Now, I happen to get a certain very important task to do in Kenya, and the client wanted me to get this, so I had to really do that. And I'm going to just give you a brief. It costed me roughly 150,000 Kenyan shillings, and it took me 2 weeks to do the training. If you already know how to fly a drone, you're just going to learn a lot of other things that you actually don't know. And it talks about safety specifically. Your safety comes first. The safety of the people that you are going to fly the drone above comes first. The privacy of the location of the particular place that you're flying that is also important. So regulations are very much at the center of everything. And drones is not about filmmaking alone. There is drones that do different other things. That's why it's regulated by the Defense Department in Kenya, and in all other countries, I believe it's under the aviation and defense system, because it's touching both on security and the space and the aviation industry. So it must be regulated, and for you to do that, if you've been using it to earn money, it's better for you to be regulated and be actually licensed. Now I can fly without any issue, because I know the processes of me getting a permit to actually fly. If a client comes to me and tells me that you have to fly the drone tomorrow, I can just tell them, no, I'm not permitted to do that. And really we can discuss if we can be able to postpone that shoot to another day. Because you have those last minute clients who usually come to you, they think drone is just a toy that you just throw it up above the skies, and then it's flown above people, and then you just get videos in 4K and then send them, That's not actually how it happens. There is a lot to do when it comes to drone piloting. That's why I have this. It's a logbook, and a logbook allows me to key in everything whenever I fly a drone. Since that day that I got this, I have to keep, those hours that I keep flying. Every time I'm flying a drone, I have to key in that logbook that I have flown in this particular location. I was the pilot in command. I was flying from here and here. This was the weather conditions. This is how actually the feedback that I've gotten from. Maybe there was some challenges I found. I can be able to do that. If there was an issue with my aircraft or my, I need to be able to do that to key it there. I challenge you. There is a lot. Actually, there are 5 topics that you study there, and I will not be able to take you through that. Just go and study. I went at Geoid Technologies. It's located at Babadogo. If you want to go there, they are actually one of the best institutions that will be able to help you get your license in drone piloting. And they have actually some of the best lecturers. They come from, I don't remember the university. I think JKUAT, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, so they come from there, different, and actually they are regulated by KCAA. They are engineers, they are pilots, and they come and take you through this. They are not giving you theory. There are people who have actually done this, and I learned something about mapping. Something about drones for agriculture. Me, I'm in drone for filming and the other things. So that's one thing. Drone, me being licensed and actually being Captain Salah, I became that pilot that day, and I'm, the pilot in command. I'm happy for that. The second thing that happened to me, and this I want to thank Jihad Travel Agency for that, is me going for Umrah. I've never been there. Most of you who know me, they know that I became a Muslim of, I think, 12 years ago. Since 2011, December, that's when I became Muslim. And I frankly never thought that 2025 would be the year that I'll go and do my first Umrah. And it was a spiritually nourishing moment for me. I realized the beauty of Islam. When you're seeing that Kaaba for the first time, and you're seeing pilgrims, and we fly a lot from different countries, but this is a spiritual journey. When you take yourself through that journey, everything about your spirituality, your belief in Allah, it changes a lot. If you can buy an iPhone 17, which is around 1,300 or 1,700, then you can afford an Umrah. You can be doing it every single year. I pray for everybody to be there. Every person who is a Muslim, practicing Muslim, believing in Allah and the Prophet ﷺ, you should be there. If you have the means, you should be there. And I pray that everybody, and I pray that we go there every single year. So there are things that happen which last year wasn't an easy year for me personally. It was the year that February last year, I lost one of the jobs that I was working on. I was hired for 3 years. I was working on that job, and we got laid off. The contract ended after 3 years, and really it was tough. We have a couple of things that we're doing here and there. So managing it from one angle, it's actually not that easy. So it was really tough, and we pray that this year is not that tough. We are always smiling. You see us smiling all over, right? We are not smiling because we want to fake everything. No, we are smiling because we are healthy and we still have an opportunity. The blessing of life, the blessing of everything around us, having kids around your wife, a family, you're just seeing nature every day. That's what makes us continue smiling and just coming here, making videos and talking to you about this. I'm praying that for those people who've not done this, they should be able to go there. So that is the second thing. The third thing that is tied to the first thing, which was this, is that I finally, courtesy of this company is called Africa Calling Safaris, I managed to travel to Ethiopia and Tanzania, and I met 2 communities there. We met the Hadzabes in Tanzania, and we met the Hamar people in the Omo Valley. And when you appreciate how people live in the most basic means of survival, when you see how they live, then you can be able to appreciate the gift of life that you have. During that year, I'm telling you, we were having challenges. I was having challenges, financial challenges, and just basic things, getting through that. And then you go find people who, if you give them like 200 birr, it's like, maybe 200 shillings, like $2 estimation. They are very grateful and happy. $2. It humbles you. So through that, I look at life from a different perspective, and I'm just, happy that it happened to me. And it happened when I was having that challenge, and it made me think, when you're in life, don't think about those who are above you. Think about those people who don't have what you have. And appreciate for everything that you have. Appreciate everything, every blessing that you have today. Appreciate, because there are people who don't have it and they don't complain. They actually are very grateful to be alive. They don't sleep because all day because they don't have a computer. And frankly speaking, even if you were to give them a computer, they don't know how to use it, right? So those kind of things make me think, that year was a transformative year for me, both character-wise, and I really thought of what the objective in life is, like what are you focused on? What do you want to really do? And that is actually one of the purpose of this channel. This channel is geared towards giving information. I'm just giving you information, knowledge. I thank God that I'm blessed with multi-skills. I can fly drones legally. I can code, build websites, build mobile applications. I can film, I can edit videos. I can speak, present. Those skills that are very in high demand, today. I'm blessed to have those. And I'm thinking of, for a long time, I've been thinking about the best way is giving out, because the moment you keep talking about something and explaining it out, that's how you actually build more knowledge, by sharing. Sharing is actually you expanding your mental faculties and capacities on that specific topic that you're talking about, because you cannot come to talk about something which you do not understand. You have to research, you have to do it. You don't have to speak from what rumors you've been hearing about. You have to actually do it, then you can speak about it. So today, if I tell you about flying a drone, for example, I'll be able to tell you from something that I've actually done, something that I actually own, So those are the things that I have to tell you about. And this channel, I'm dedicating this channel to share that knowledge. For those people who want to learn something new every single time that they come to this channel, they'll be able, I promise you'll be learning something new. You'll be learning something. And last year, towards the end, we started a series of live stream where we've been teaching people about building websites using AI. You don't have to hire me if you don't have the time or the finances to do that, right? You can actually build that website yourself. You can maintain it yourself. That's the beauty about AI, because sometimes one person can be overwhelmed with tasks, and they can actually derail your progress as a person who is in need of certain service. So if you think that you are able to do that, I can, and we do that. Also for people who are learning, technology, videography, photography, we do that, we train that, and every day I do that personally, on a personal level with the colleagues that I happen to work with a lot of university students, and we share a lot of knowledge with them. We share a lot of skills with them, and, this year I'm praying that this channel is not going to just be stuck here with 100 views. We pray that everything grows with consistency. We're going to be posting here, and that with that kind of an honesty and understanding for everybody to see, we'll be able to actually grow in the long run. So if you really did not know me personally, I'm here. My name is Mwenge, and I'm here to actually share the knowledge that is actually needed right now for the future.